And in number 11 is, again, another film that I thought would be higher up on the list, but other films bumped it down. And it is the best Disney film I've seen in years. Contains my now #1 favourite Disney song of all time. It is Disney's Frozen. Again, love this film. Great use of 3D. I'm not really going to get into the plot because it's kind of a bit convoluted, really. But I loved the character of Olaf, played by Josh Gad. We've got Kristen Bell and some other people. And yeah, it's really, really funny. Great animation, great story. It kind of harks back to the classic Disney films of old, kind of like Snow White, Little Mermaid, kind of those musical kind of Disney films. Also helps that the soundtrack is really, really, really good. Obviously, Let It Go. We win the Oscar, win Golden Globes and everything. It's gonna win Best Song. There's no doubt about it. And I just really, really liked it. And the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. I bought the soundtrack CD. Really liked it. Like I say, it's really good animation, really good story, and yeah, just a altogether amazing film. So in at number 11 was Disney's Frozen. Well, here we get to the good stuff. My top 10 favourite films of 2013. And in at number 10 we have the English language debut of Korean director Park Chan-wook, and we have Stoker. Really, really, really enjoyed this one. It was kind of in the middle of the year. It was in my top 5. It's kind of bumped, like I say again, other films kind of bumped it down a bit. But I loved the shooting style of this. There's great kind of use of, I don't quite know what the shot's called, the kind of dissolve shots where shots like different scenes kind of dissolve into other scenes that like seamlessly, which I really, really liked. Like this bit where someone's brushing a hair and it just kind of kind of dissolves into this meadow with the grass blowing and everything. Just blew me away visually. Got Mia Wasikowska, I think that's how you pronounce it. Nicole Kidman, Matthew Good. Who else we got? Jacki Weaver and Dermot Mulroney. The basic plot is Mia Wasikowska plays a girl whose father has just died, and at the funeral she finds out that he had a kind of a brother that nobody talks about. And she's kind of wary of him. She thinks he's trying to kind of ingratiate himself into the family, and it's just really, really great acting in it. It's not going to be a film for everybody. I know a lot of people. I know Schmoes Know had it in one of their top 10 worst films of the year. But I just really love the shooting style. Really good acting. Matthew Good gives a really creepy performance. We've got Nicole Kidman giving kind of a mother who doesn't give a shit kind of thing, which she's really good in this film. Again, Park Chan-wook, just a great director. I know a lot of people say that the other kind of Korean directors that are better than him, but I just really, really enjoyed it. Great plot, great kind of, like I say, shooting style, great directing, great acting, just great everything. So in at number 10 we have Stoker. In at number 9 is a film that was released after James Gandolfini's death earlier in the year. So it's him and Julie Louis-Dreyfus, and it is Enough Said. Really, really, really like this film. It's one of those films that it's not kind of straight up comedy, but it is really, really funny at the same time. Basically, Julie Louis-Dreyfus plays this masseuse who's not very kind of lucky in love, and she meets James Gandolfini's character, who she really kind of gets on with, and then kind of throughout the film she kind of finds things that she doesn't really like about him. And basically she finds out that that someone, like one of her kind of big clients is his ex-wife. So she kind of gets these things into her head that that she's not the perfect man who she thought he was. But really, really, really funny. Like I said, it's not like classed as a comedy film, but it's one of the funniest films of the year. I was either laughing or smiling the whole way through. Really liked it. Obviously, I mean, James Gandolfini is one of the greatest actors out there. Julie Louis-Dreyfus, again, really, really funny. We've also got Toni Collette. Who else? We've got Catherine Keener. It's really great performances all across the board. Just, like I say, just really, really funny. It's not going to be for everybody, you know. People might not know if is it a drama or a comedy, but I think it's kind of a bit of both. But I really, really liked it. In number 9 we have Enough Said. Now in at number 8 we have Neil Blomkamp's follow-up to his 2009 film District 9. We have Elysium, starring Matt Damon, Jodie Foster and Sharlto Copley. Great sci-fi film. Well, again, it was going to be my top 5 of the year, but other films bumped it down. It's just really good sci-fi film. I was really invested. One thing I really liked about the film was that I really cared about what happened to these characters. Basically, it's basically shot, set in the year 2154, and basically kind of the wealthy people live on this really nice kind of rotating planet called Elysium, and the poor kind of people that live in slums live on basically kind of dystopian Earth. And basically Matt Damon, something happens to him, and he becomes kind of a advocate for the cause to reunite the world basically. And he travels up to Elysium and becomes involved in this kind of governmental conspiracy, and it's really good. Matt Damon gives a great performance. Sharlto Copley, probably the best villain in a film this year. Absolutely loved him as this character. Very extremely thick South African accent though, so it's kind of sometimes it's kind of hard to hear what he's saying. Just really, I can't really praise it enough. If you haven't seen it already, definitely give it a go. I mean, if you don't like it, fair enough, you don't like it. But I really did. Like I say, I just cared about what happened to the characters. Really good character development. Kind of Matt Damon's character's plight in this film, I really felt for him. And a great ending as well. Number 8, we have Elysium. Then number 7, we have the directorial debut of actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We have Don John. Now, throughout the time of me watching this film, I was thinking, yep, this film is made for me. It basically follows Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays this guy called John. He's basically a ladies' man. He goes to the clubs with his friends, and he basically tries to kind of hits on women. They kind of give women different scores to how hot they are. Basically, he meets this woman played by Scarlett Johansson, and basically kind of just falls head over heels in love with her. And basically, he is addicted to porn. He cannot regular sex doesn't excite him anymore. He only really likes pornography. He doesn't like sex anymore. And basically, he is obsessed with porn, and kind of Scarlett Johansson's character is obsessed with these kind of like over romanticized kind of romantic comedies that, I mean, they're never going to come true. And it's like that. What's the word? It's like parallel. Like porn isn't like real life, and these romantic movies aren't like real life. Basically, she finds out about his porn addiction, and she kind of flips out, leaves him. And then he, throughout the film, he has kind of this weird relationship with Julianne Moore's character, and it's just really very well directed. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I mean, I'm usually not the biggest fan of him because I think he's just overhyped a little bit, but this guy has talent, definitely has talent. I really like this one. Like I said, throughout the film I was thinking, yeah, this film is basically made for me. It's really good dialogue, really good acting across the board. I love the really kinetic directing style. It's like there's not that many times in the film that it slows down, but I think it really fits the kind of the film and kind of the lifestyle that this guy leads. And I just thought it's really kind of like, you know, like pumping music and everything. Really good editing as well. Like there's bits where it's meant to kind of show how his life is I guess kind of the same over and over again. And basically he goes to church, and it's really funny. It's a really funny scene. I'm not going to explain it. A really funny scene at the end in the confession booth, which I thought I was laughing so hard people were staring at me because I was laughing. But just really funny. It's really quite humorous as well. Just a really good film. All of kind of good directing, good acting, good story, and has things to say about the world. So number 7 we have Don John. In number 6 is a film that a lot of people will have in their kind of top 3 films of the year. In mine, it's in the top 10. Just an amazing cast in this. We've got Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, Viola Davis, Terrence Howard, Paul Dano, Melissa Leo, and it is directed by, I can never pronounce his name, Denis Villeneuve, I think. It is Prisoners. Again, really amazing film this. It stupidly got looked over by the Golden Globe. I have no idea why, but I'm pretty sure it's going to get a fair few kind of Oscar nominations, and it completely deserves it. It's just a really, really affecting film. You know, it's not one of those films that you can just kind of like when explaining Requiem for a Dream. It's not really a film I kind of like. It's just a film I appreciate. Really good acting style. I mean, Roger Deakins is absolutely amazing cinematographer. I love the fact that kind of in the kind of the beginning of the movie, kind of there's a lot of kind of shots from far back, and then kind of when it gets kind of into the middle of the film, it kind of everything kind of like there's like really tight shots on people's faces and stuff, which I thought it kind of showed the kind of the plight of these people who are going through this ordeal. Basically, it's Thanksgiving. Hugh Jackman's daughter and Terrence Howard's daughter go missing, and basically he believes that this guy played by Paul Dano kind of abducted his daughters, and he basically captures him, and it's a whole to do, and basically it's him trying to find his daughter, but it's made in that way that it's going to really affect you. I mean, maybe it didn't affect me as much because I don't have a kid. Maybe it's someone with kind of children will be kind of a lot more affected by it than I was. I mean, it was good. I just think that, I don't know, it's just something about it that made me uneasy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But, like I say, amazing action all across the board. Hugh Jackman gives an absolutely kind of heart-wrenching performance as his father is just trying to find his daughter. And Terrence Howard, really good performance. Viola Davis, pretty good. She's not in it that much. And Paul Dano gives a great performance. Melissa Leo as well. And yeah, just all in all, a great film. It's going to be in a lot of people's top 10s. I know it was Chris Stuckman's #1 film of the year. But for me, it's just number 6. Number 5 is a film that actually came out in the US in 2012. But in the UK, it came out, I think it was kind of 17th of January, I think. In the UK, it is the latest film from Quentin Tarantino. It is Django Unchained. His first foray into the kind of the Western genre. I mean, he's done kind of martial arts, he's done dramas, he's done everything he can really, and he's trying his hand at the Western, and he knocked it out of the park yet again. Yeah, he's my second favourite film director of all time. And he's just got this just amazing visual style. Basically got Jamie Foxx as a slave who is freed by King Schultz, played by Christoph Waltz. And basically it's them, they kind of become bounty hunters, and they run into Calvin Candy, played by Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's just an amazing film. I mean, like I say, Quentin Tarantino can turn his hand to anything and make it his own. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing director. Great acting as well. Obviously, believe Christoph Waltz won the best supporting actor. I think it was the Golden Globe. Really good performance. It's great performances all across the board. Quentin Tarantino, not so much. Probably one of the worst Australian accents ever committed to celluloid. But his kind of his cameo wasn't really needed. We've got guys like John Jarratt in there. We've got Kerry Washington plays Django's wife, who is basically works for Calvin Candy, and we've also got Samuel L. Jackson as, was it Stephen, I think his name is. Really good performance from him. Very liberal use of the N-word, but I guess that's to be expected. Kind of a film set in that time period. But sometimes it was a bit excessive, but I mean, if it's needed, it's needed, I suppose. But it's just a great story, great performances, fantastic direction, just really, really funny in some parts, really quite shocking in other parts, and I just really loved it. So in at number 5 we have Django Unchained.